Hi world, I'm still using the old tech from about 5 years ago, as you can see, because I know that some of you, it's the only format you can still receive. I should be using the virtual hologram stuff that we've got now, but not everyone's familiar with that technology yet, so I'll stick to this old format for the time being. Here we are, November, end of November 2020. The Grand Conjunction is at its peak. As I speak, we have Jupiter and Saturn and Pluto in less than 5 degrees away from each other, all within a 5-degree orb in the latter quarter of Capricorn. Look at what we've done in the last 2 years. On the challenging side, look how almost all of the corporate and the power bloc and the nation states and the groups of nations have just collapsed. Look how all the borders have gone. Look how all the economic boundaries have just collapsed. True, there are still 1 or 2 places that still espouse the almost antiquated dream of still profit and things like that, but these are rare now. There's a few fortresses left, like Singapore, Hong Kong, parts of London, the bits that are still in the river that aren't linked to the mainland. Yes, they still work with that old structure, but they're dinosaurs now. They won't be around much longer. Look how countries have unified into much more larger scale blocks. Now that the internet and the intranet, as well as the new nanonet, has really revolutionized, witness the new, as I say, the new nanotech. We can holographically portray ourselves into any situation now. Now that we've finally cracked it with CERN, now that we've finally begun to pierce into a new dimensional paradigm, added to which, of course, we've now got people finally on their way to Mars. It looks like humanity is spreading out. We've got children about to be born in space, I reckon, within the next couple of generations. Now we've got the first signs of the permanent orbital cities, or at least orbital villages, up there. So it's not all grim and dark news. However, the nature of control is a bit of a weird beast. For 2,000 years, we've submitted to countries and governments and religions and theologies. And now all of a sudden we're entering a world where there is none of this, where everyone's seemingly equal, and admittedly it has taken the overriding of the old systems by a much more autonomous, mechanically based system, or at least intraweb based system, to create this change. But I, for one, am quite happy about having a much more impersonal and objective force running the planet than I am humans. Then it's not as if the machines are actually running us, is it? We still retain free choice and free will, and we program the machines, but we don't do the donkey work anymore. It's a new paradigm now. It's all about new structures. It's all about repowering ourselves, making ourselves much more individually responsible for our states, both our consciousness, our energy levels, our work ethics, our health, and our interaction with others. This whole notion of blame and guilt has finally gone. True, there's still a few vestiges of old religions around, and this will continue, of course. These things just don't die overnight, and they'll be around for a few decades yet. But finally, we've shred the final vestiges of extremism. It's been a bit ruthless, and we've had to take some very, very hard decisions that have made us face up to our own amorality. But then you shoot mad horses, don't you? You shoot mad dogs. And I think humanity's a better place now for having less of these extremists of all types around. We're entering a long-term quiet phase now. It'll be interesting to see where we are in 5 years' time. I suspect it's going to be similar but much more harmonious to where we are now. But have we been mad in this last decade? I remember 2010. I remember looking at the next decade and thinking, oops. And now here we are at the end of 2020. Finally, I think we've made it. Collectively, I'm safely predicting we're moving into a really nice future. Long may it run. Bye.